Let's catch up on this week's celebrity news.
Oh my God. Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
It is no secret that Tyrese has been going through it over the years, but I remember when this album came out and I saw this picture and I said, "Ooh, he can bang the nail on the wall to hang up a picture." That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that's it. Final answer. But I remember when Tyrese first came out and he just kept dropping hit after hit after hit. But over the years, we started to see this person that we didn't recognize. Because keep in mind, when we see these celebrities, we draw our conclusion in our mind. But recently, Tyrese has been at it with DJ Envy. And DJ Envy to me is turning into Little Miss DJ Envy of drama. Because I remember once upon a time when you turned on your morning radio show, you got to hear about other people's lives and you got to listen to music. The Breakfast Club with Charlamagne and Donkey of the Day is turning into nothing more than them simply talking about their own dramas with multiple different celebrities. DJ Envy has been in it with Gunplay. He's involved in some sort of lawsuit right now. His beef with Rick Ross and now Tyrese. I was shocked to hear of these things because keep in mind, we only know what they share. But Tyrese shared that when he was in the middle of his divorce, he being DJ Envy, because he cheated on his wife with Erica Mena and multiple other women, allegedly. And Tyrese stepped in and decided to make it work for those two. He counseled the two, he worked with the two of them, rented a home, and even came and performed his single stay. Now, I don't know about you, but ladies, something is really sexy about a man singing a song and you trying to work it out with your man. So I thought that was very honorable of him. Now, Tyrese, when he was on the show, mentioned that when he was going through his public divorce and breakdown, that DJ Envy did not return the favor. And in return, DJ Envy said it's because he disrespected his wife. Now, as you know, DJ Envy's constantly gone after anybody, even storming off his own show for two people that allegedly disrespected his wife. But sir, let me tell you, with each erection and each time you slid in and out of another woman, you yourself disrespected your wife. So the fact that he goes up to bat now is just kind of just crazy to me. But the breakfast show is just like the breakfast circus at this point. But he states that, Tyrese got disrespectful with his wife and inappropriate. And even had to call his wife while on the air, which he's done before. And all of this is just, why do I want to hear this in the morning? But nonetheless, my opinion as a woman, things got out of hand and you saw some things. And then when you felt like it got too out of hand, you decided to tell your husband. That's my opinion. But prior to, you allowed it to continue. Now, while we've all seen Tyrese behave erratically, I think in this particular situation, he's saying, I would feel away. They disrespected him on that show. They were extremely belittling, and I don't like it. And I don't like what the Breakfast Club 105.1 has become, and that's my opinion, and no one can take that from me. Now, in other news, in case you don't watch other shows, we have the 70s show, which is still in syndication. Now, if you know, Bill Cosby had his own situation. I'll just say that because I don't want to get too much into it, you guys. But, that show was pulled from all platforms, basically. You have to find it. But that 70s show is still in syndication, even though Madison is convicted of forcible R with more than one woman. And Ashton Kutcher and his wife, Mila, is also on the chopping block, co-stars, because they decided to write a letter and support their friend, because that's what you do, right? But guess what? When your friend is accused of something so vicious, do you really support them? Is that something that we do? And I don't know. I've never had a friend do something like that. So I'm torn. But now, because social media is attacking them, they're trying to backtrack and backpedal and things of that nature. But it seems like that 70s show had a lot of sinister things going on and inappropriate things with interviews and other co-stars and just grossness. This man was convicted, and let that be. Now, I also would say, pull that show as well. That 70s show should not be in syndication. And Ashton Kutcher, you went up to bat for your friend, but you learn now the hard way. Sometimes it's best to just sit certain things out. In other news, Jenny Ma and Young Jeezy broke the internet because Jeezy filed for divorce. Am I shocked? Absolutely not. In fact, I was shocked that they were married. You know what's so crazy to me? When they were engaged or things of that going on, it took me back to her View days, and Jenny Ma was very vocal that she only dated like Caucasian men and she wasn't interested in, the brothers, so to say. So when they got together, it was just like, oh wow, so change your heart, boo. To each his own. Now, we don't know what happened, but we do know that just a week ago, she was posting and praising her husband, and he left heart emojis on her Instagram page. And then all of a sudden, Jeezy files for divorce and basically said, absolutely not. We can't resolve this. Now, does that leave room for speculation? Absolutely, it does. Is it going to come out? Of course, it always does. My opinion, I think that Jenny Ma is actually going to be messy in this divorce, and I will stand corrected if she doesn't. But I will not be shocked if she decides to be messy. Just saying, my opinion, can't change it, can't take it away. In other news, I don't know if you guys know or not, but with this Shirley Strawberry and her divorce and the Steve Harvey morning show, it just keeps getting messier and messier and messier. So Shirley's husband is locked away. So what's been released? Audio tapes of conversations that those two had. And in that, what is she doing? She is dogging not only her boss, but her boss's wife, Marjorie Harvey. Let me say this, honey, you got way too many issues going on. Don't lose your check. But I would love to know how that audio has been released. It's just real convenient with the time with your husband and his charges and the divorce. I just think the timing is really, really crazy. But I will say this. Now, when it comes to Marjorie Harvey, I'm not saying she a gold digger, but it just seems like Marjorie is going to go where the money reside, because her first husband, and this is in publications, do your own research, was labeled basically as a kingpin. The feds came and decided, you know what, we're going to label her as a queen pin because she had some involvement. And husband was solid and said, absolutely not. My wife had nothing to do with this. Google it yourself. He went away, did some time, lots of time, and during that time they got a divorce. Little Miss Marjorie, where the money reside, went on to allegedly marry someone that's allegedly in his family. Now, different outlets report their relationship differently. I read some where they said that he's a distant cousin, but nonetheless, she married him, who still knew her husband, had a child together, and he too was also labeled as being in the game. And then, of course, in comes Steve Harvey. So I'll say this, with accusations of her cheating and all of that, we don't know. We'll see what happens. Steve loves her, goes up to bat time and time again. Who am I to judge, right? I always say that when things need to be revealed, they will be revealed. And if something as far as infidelity took place, that too will also be revealed. But I would say this, Shirley Strawberry, you are lucky that your boss forgave you, because this is the last thing you need right now is to lose your check. So if you are going to have these conversations with your jailed boo that's going through a divorce, please, I would keep my boss's name out of it, because you could have lost a check. Now, last but not least, Miss Kenya Moore, the diva that we love to hate. I have mixed feelings with Kenya, because sometimes I love her and sometimes it's just like, girl, stop. But one thing Kenya is going to do is speak. She's going to say what's on her mind. But I am excited to read that she decided that she wants to foster, possibly adopt another child. So I say, if you are in a space financially to do so, and if you can afford it, and if you can provide a safe home for a child, I am all for that. So let's applaud Kenya if she really does want to foster and maybe change a child's life. I think it's a beautiful thing. So as always, my chatters, make sure to like, comment, follow, and subscribe, and check the playlist, because I break everything down in different categories, whether it's my mystery and crime or my life chats or whatever the case may be. Make sure to check out the playlist. As always, be true to you. Later, chatters.